This is a catch-up video. This is a bit of a summary of the last 3 years. So this is phase 3, year 3 of trying to make myself sick. And the point that I'm at is one that's around emotional eating at the moment. This is the third time that I've delved into my addictions and try to amplify them. Staying up late, gambling, what else? Eating bad foods, being addicted to foods. Previously I was addicted to chocolate, and I've been doing like a block a day. In this phase I've been doing it for more than 30 days now. I actually got to the point where I'm just on sugar in general. It's not just chocolate, it's sugar in general. I can't get enough of the stuff. I keep eating it. I can just keep going. Eating a lot of like little crappy things that I would normally never buy. I'm onto like I don't know, 10 pizzas in the last 30 days. Lots of pies, a lot of frozen foods, junky stuff to fill my meals up with. I've also been on this meal. It's a 500 food items I've been going through and like eating and exposing myself to different foods that are on this list. I've been growing my hair out so that when I finish this phase, that I can shave it and send it into a hair test and figure out what items that I've been exposing myself to that are causing me fatigue or causing me to be irritable, that maybe I'm sensitive, allergic or intolerant to. This is all preparing myself for the next phase, which is hopefully the best part, which is the stage of becoming my best self. Now the interesting thing is, by doing this program where I'm making myself sick, I've actually found out a lot more about myself than when I'm trying to be healthy. And this is why I think I've been going on for so long. This is the third iteration of this study. I've learnt more about myself by breaking the rules and doing the opposite of what I've been told my whole life. I've learnt more about my body and what it likes and what it can handle and what it can't. This third iteration, man, emotional eating, I've never experienced it in my life, but like I can do chocolate bar, I do blocks in a day, and I'm just trying to fill myself up and make myself feel better. Not that I'm unhappy. Life's good. It's not great. I know there's things that are imbalanced, but I'm certainly trying to fill some type of void. Medicating myself, that's what it feels like. Whenever I get stressed fairly easily. I just find myself just eating now. I just eat, and then I go, okay, I can do that thing. I reward myself with food. My face is getting pretty pudgy. There's a lot of like pimples and stuff on my body that I can't handle dairy. Like it comes out in certain ways. My body's like jiggly. This is certainly like the biggest I've ever been. I just can't get enough food. Staying up late and it doesn't help with the brain either. So you'd be stimulated from all the sugars and you're tired and you want to sleep, but you can't because your brain is just like going crazy with all these chocolates. And this chocolate's crap too. It's not, you can get it so cheap at $2.50 or $2.75 at the moment, and it's crap. It doesn't even taste that nice. I will say though, I end up having to eat it mostly because I'll wake up in the morning with a headache, or like I'll feel myself start to crash around 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I'll get a headache and then I have this and it instantly goes away. So I think I've reached the level of addiction where I'm medicating myself to make myself feel better. I've definitely reached this level. I've been here a couple of times already. A thing that happened last time when I stopped is that it actually put me in hospital. And it sounds strange, but addiction was pretty bad. Headaches, migraines. But this time, the last time I stopped, I was trying to encourage myself to face my fears and run 5 kilometers as a bit of a motivation to break the cycle. I didn't think I could do it, and I did it. But what ended up happening is my immune system went through a weird event where my body temperature went up to like 40 degrees, whether I got a virus or I was dealing with the impact of withdrawal. It was just highly correlated. The days that I stopped, and I coincided with the running, and that ended me in hospital. Like, addiction's pretty powerful, and if you're gonna have a break from this stuff, you got to know that there's going to be 2 or 3, maybe 5 days where you're going to feel terrible. Cold, flu, joints ache, miserable, headache, migraine. Man. Whew. You don't need a license for this stuff. Like, you don't need to be 18. Crazy thing is, you can go to the shops. You can buy it in every single shopping centre. You can go every corner store. You can go through drive-through and pick this stuff up, and nobody's going to check your license. No one's going to question how many times have you done it today. There's no rules on this stuff, and there's no chocolate anonymous health group that you can go to and try and break your addiction. Everybody else is doing it too, so no one really calls you up on it. There's no real discipline or responsibility to check in, or it's really interesting. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm kind of worried about this next phase. This is still in phase 3. It's something I've never done before. I've never really wanted to push my body to this level, but I have like 6 or 7 non-negotiables, and I've already broken like 4 or 5 of them. In terms of the non-negotiables, in regards to non-negotiables are in regards to if you're sick, you should not have these things. You should try and eliminate these behaviours and habits from your day, so that your body can repair and heal itself. If you're doing these 6 or 7 things, it's going to be very difficult for your body to repair and heal itself. So my non-negotiables are alcohol, smoking, coffee, sugar, staying up late, and dairy. I've been hanging out and doing the bottom 3 and just sticking around those non-negotiables. But now, for this next 5 days or so, week, month, I don't know how long I'm going to do it. I'm scared. I'm actually worried about this phase. I'm going to drink alcohol every day. I'm going to smoke, and I'm going to drink coffee. And if anyone knows me, my family have banned me from coffee. I am a different human on it. I'm not very good on it. So I'm not looking forward to it. I don't enjoy alcohol. I'm not a big fan. I don't really want to drink it. It makes me feel bloated. I'm already kind of bloated. And smoking, I've had asthma my whole life, so I can barely be around people who smoke. So yeah. I wonder how long this will go for. Funny thing is, once you put yourself into these states, there's like things that your body can rely on, and I can rely on turning up to work and being able to function at a high level. I think I actually am working at a higher level than I have before. I'm seeing more clients than ever before. I'm probably more passionate about the time that I'm spending with that person and giving them value and speaking from the heart and speaking from a place that's like, hey, like, by the time you've reached me as a physio, you're already injured or ill. What things could you have done to prevent being here in this consult room with me? We end up having more conversations about consciousness and levels of awareness and responsibility and accountability and taking a little bit of responsibility for themselves for reaching this point where their body's injured or ill. And I'm loving this. In fact, the perspective I'm having on this is, by the time somebody has reached a physio, like, what the hell have you been doing? You know, it's very difficult to argue that an accident is exactly that. I would argue that an accident was an injury or illness waiting to occur. Like, I would say that everything's intentional. Now, these are my perspectives. You know, I've been practicing and looking and checking and testing and trialing my beliefs out for a while, and you know, certainly for the grown adults that have preventable chronic problems, the highlighted word was there, it was preventable. You know, conditions of autoimmune or chronic fatigue or illnesses and injuries that have been there for a long period of time. I'd argue that they've been there for a while and you've had some control over the outcome of them. I feel like they're intentional, either consciously or subconsciously. Now, these are huge claims, and I know some people will be like, well, you know, I was born with this condition, Josh. Like, how is that my fault? How is that how's that an accident? How's that, you know, I was going to say the word accident, but yeah, the interesting thing is, like, there's a lot that we can take responsibility for. You know, maybe we don't understand everything that happens, particularly to babies and kids that are born with genetic disorders or problems, but is there a responsibility as an adult that you could have taken? That's a whole nother kettle of fish. That's not even what I'm talking about. I more wanted to touch on the idea that there are preventable chronic problems that you do have control over. Certainly things like this, like, it is no dream being addicted to chocolate. There is no dream having joint pain and waking up fatigued and tired. There is no dream not being able to fit into my pants and squat down and to think and act and operate at a high level. What I was referring to before, being able to, like, revert back into practicing and working at a high level, I find that amazing. I think that's just years and years and years of practice, and it automatically goes into autopilot. But I think because I'm seeing things from a different perspective now, I can really appreciate the person that is sick or injured or ill that comes in, and I can empathize, I can sympathize, I feel like I've been in their shoes. What would I want? What would I want for myself if I came in with their pain or problem? How would I change it? And that's what the next phase of what I'm doing is how do I become the best version of myself, which is what I'm asking clients. How do I help you become the best version of me? It's not me that fixes you, it's you that fixes you. You know, as a health professional, I have a responsibility to help you. I have the responsibility to help you so you can help yourself. I truly don't believe I help people. I don't fix things. I don't make things better. They do. I may have more knowledge and understanding and consciousness and tools and education to help them get there, but it's in them doing that allows them to make those big changes. So interesting thing is I meet a lot of people who don't have a lot of hope. I give hope. I see a lot of people who lack a lot of confidence. I give confidence. But hope and confidence are not enough. You need to do. So take any hope and take any confidence that you may get out of this video, or out of coming to see me, or out of the circumstances or situation you're in, but you need to do something that changes your or challenges your beliefs or behaviors. If you're injured or ill, if you're stuck in a place, you need to do something differently. If you continue to do the same thing and expect a different result, you're going to struggle. So, whew, lunchtime, I reckon. All right, coffee, beer, and smoking. I don't know how long that's going to last. Chocolate, so sweet.